Hi, I want to share with you now our training stance, and I can't overemphasize how many other times we're going to use this training stance. It's very, very, very important. All right? This is what's called inner training. We're training our posture, and what I'm going to also show you in a minute is as you train your posture, you're also training the energy flow through your body. And bad posture, which is hard for me to do anymore, but bad posture not only hurts your muscles and makes your muscles tight and all kinds of stress and whatnot, but bad posture also restricts energy flow. So we're going to learn the basic stance, which is perfect posture for you, your perfect posture, okay? So you want to stand with your feet. If you notice, if you could stand at attention with your feet together and salute. You can stand with your feet what are called hip width apart, where you're on a direct line to your hips. And then you can go shoulder width, and even an inch further than shoulder width. And now you see there's an angle to your legs. And there's one other option, and you should learn to do it with both. You also have the option of turning your toes in, like that, which creates a different level of stability that you can feel, and it also activates the muscles in the inner thigh. So for now, I'm going to stand shoulder width, or a sliver wider than shoulder width, with my toes pointing straight ahead. Now, several areas that I want you to keep your mind on as you learn this stance. Number one, I want you to keep your mind on your feet. Right now, I want you to feel your feet. Feel all four corners. Feel where the weight is. And by the way, if this is uncomfortable today, and it will be, because I'm going to go through a whole bunch of things and you're going to feel all awkward and out of balance, don't worry about that. This is day one. Just keep watching this video. Keep working on this stance until you settle into it, until your weight and your energy and your skeleton settle into it and there's no muscular effort at all. But right now, I want you to feel your feet, the front, the back, the sides. And where do I want you to feel the center of gravity? Should be right in the soles of your feet. Right behind the balls of your feet is a tender spot. It's called the Yan Quin. It is a very, very important chakra that's in the soles of your feet. It's also called the bubbling brook. That's the nickname. And bubbling brook means that literally the chi comes in through the soles of your feet and the energy goes in and out. This is basically how you breathe through your feet. The next place I want you to feel is the solidity of your femur bones. Now, the femur bones are on an angle, which is good because they're connecting to a sacrum bone, which is also on an angle, which I'll talk about in a second. But I want you to feel your femur bones, and as you feel them, I want you to let go of your butt muscles. Let go of your hamstrings, your quads, your calf muscles. Let go and just let your skeleton support you. No muscular effort below the waist. So number one is the bubbling brook, the chakra of the soles of your feet. Number two is the structure of your femur and the relaxation of the lower half of your body. Number three is a bone in the middle of at the bottom of your spine. It's a thick bone. It's called the sacrum bone. And it's an inverted triangle. I'll put up a picture of it. But the key to understanding this is it's shaped like the keystone arch in a bridge. And if you look at a bridge, an engineer who looks at that will know that the gravity wants to pull the bridge down, but the arch just redistributes the forces of gravity, and most importantly, the keystone distributes the force perfectly so that it can withstand gravity forever because it's a very solid structure, all based because of the keystone arch. Well, your sacrum is the keystone arch of your skeleton. And I want you to put your mind in it, and I want you to eventually, over time, become aware of your sacrum. Have your sacrum talk to you. Oh, no, you can't sit like this. And have your sacrum fix your posture. You want to put all your intelligence in your sacrum, and there's lots of reasons we do that. Now, you know how some words are like, well, that's from the Latin root? Sacrum is not from the Latin root. Sacrum is the Latin word for sacred. It is literally your sacred bone. It connects the top of your spine, the spine to the bottom. It redistributes, because of the way it's designed, it redistributes the force. It's literally a perfect structure. It also happens to be at the center of gravity. If you were to have a broomstick and you had a balance on that broomstick, it would be right at the point of your sacrum. Your sacrum is also, one more fun fact about the sacrum, it is also the location of the dantian, the lower dantian that you've heard about and we'll talk about. The sacrum is a very, very, very special spot in your body. So we're shoulder width or an inch wider. We're on a beautiful angle with our femur to come right into the sacrum. Now I want to show you you're going to tip your hips in so you can roll your spine straight, okay? How do you tip your hips in? Well, you don't want your butt sticking out. That's wrong. And you don't want to be like this. That's wrong. So what you want to do is you want your sacrum to be directly under the center of gravity of your spine. So what you're going to do is you're going to tip your hips in ever so slightly, feel a little tightness or a little pull on your butt muscles, the back of your butt muscles. But most importantly, how do you know if it's in enough? Well, we're going to form knives with our hands, put our hands on our back, and go down like that. If you feel your butt sticking out, that's wrong. If you feel the knife going right past, just touching it, that's right. So that's how you know when your sacrum is pulled in enough and it's under the center of gravity. The next thing I want you to be aware of is your breathing, okay? Diaphragmatic breathing, very, very relaxed. Always be concentrating on diaphragmatic breathing. You don't have to make hissing sounds when you breathe. But when you get really calm and relaxed, your diaphragm will be relaxed. So again, keep your mind on relaxation of your leg muscles, your butt muscles, and now your diaphragmatic muscles. And just breathe very, very naturally. The next point I want you to be aware is your shoulder blades. Okay? Your shoulder blades are obviously in the back of and I don't want you to pull them back like this. And I don't want them to be rounded forward like this. I want the shoulder blades to be as if there was a tiny little rubber band between it. You don't want the rubber band to get loose and you don't want to pull the rubber band. You just want your shoulder blades not drooping forward. So no effort, but make sure that your shoulder blades are held in. So again, shoulder width apart. My focus is on my soles of my feet, on the Yan Qin chakra. The femur is in the right spot. The sacrum rolled in, tipped up. My shoulder blades not leaning forward, not pulled back. The next spot I want you to think about is right here. It's called the shoulder's nest. It's a huge chakra that controls a lot of the energy that goes to your arms and your fingers. And this needs to be completely relaxed. So don't roll it forward and don't pull it back. Just completely relax this shoulder's nest. And then finally, in China, they call it pulling you up by the root. So I want to be upright. Your sacrum is in, your spine is, it's got that curve in the back, but it's nice and solid, it's centered. And then you're pulling your neck up just a little extra, just stretching your spine like you're being pulled, like a weed being pulled out of the ground. And that's it. For now, this is the basic stance. We're going to use this stance 100 times, doing 100 different things. So it's definitely worth the effort. And if you're ever standing in line at a bank, or if you're watching television, you've been sitting down too much, just stand up and watch television. Or if you're at a desk, just stand up and work at your desk. This would be the stance I'd want you to be in, and I want you to be able to stay in a stance like this for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. Okay? So that's how solid over the next few months I want this stance to be for you. All right? I'll see you at the next video.